Hello, I'm Robert, and today I'm going to share something that could revolutionize how you connect with women, especially those you're trying to attract. We're diving into a topic that's more powerful than it seems, crafting the perfect good morning message. But this isn't just about sending a simple text. It's about leaving an unforgettable impression in her mind, one that has her thinking about you long after the sun has risen. Imagine this. She wakes up, grabs her phone, and there it is. Your message. But not just any message, one that stops her in her tracks, makes her smile, and sparks curiosity about you. The kind of message that makes her wonder what's so different about you compared to all the other guys in her inbox. Most men fumble this opportunity. They're either too bland, too eager, or just clueless. That's where we separate the amateurs from the pros. Let me ask you a blunt question. How often have you sent a good morning text only to sit there, phone in hand, feeling like a lost puppy, nervously waiting for a reply that sometimes never comes? If that's ever happened to you, you're not alone. But here's the harsh truth. Women don't just respond to words, they respond to impact. If your message doesn't make her feel something, you're just another notification she swipes away. This is where the teachings of the Stoics can help us as men. Stoicism isn't just about controlling what's within our power. It's about understanding human nature, recognizing what truly matters, and mastering the art of influence through wisdom and emotional intelligence. If Marcus Aurelius were texting, do you think he'd waste words? No, every word would be deliberate, meaningful, and powerful. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. Imagine having 7 rock-solid, fail-proof messages in your arsenal. Messages that don't just work, but make her eagerly wait for your next move. 7 ways to stand out from the noise, grab her attention, and build a connection that feels genuine and exciting. It might sound like a fantasy, but trust me, it's real, and you can start doing it today. So buckle up. No fluff, no nonsense, just straight, unapologetic truths about what works, why it works, and how you can use it to your advantage. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the first type of message, the mystery message. Have you ever wondered why a touch of mystery is so irresistible? It's because curiosity is one of the strongest mental triggers. Instead of sending a generic good morning, imagine this. You text her, "Good morning. You won't believe the dream I had about you last night." Can you picture her reaction? She'll pause, intrigued, maybe even smiling. And now you've instantly made yourself unforgettable. Here's why this approach works so well. Women are naturally drawn to the unknown. When you drop a hint of something exciting or unexpected, it creates a mental loop that demands closure. She'll spend the day wondering about your dream, thinking about what you're going to say next. The beauty of this message is that it's simple but powerful. It shifts the dynamic of communication. Now, you're not just another guy trying to get her attention. You're the guy who has her curious, engaged, and eager. But here's the kicker. This technique doesn't just make her curious. It subtly positions you as someone different. Most men are predictable. They play it safe. But you're creating an emotional connection. And this isn't about manipulation. It's about sparking something genuine, showing her that you're not afraid to be bold. Now, let's layer in some Stoicism. Think of this strategy as a modern take on Marcus Aurelius's wisdom about understanding human nature. He said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you send her a message that stimulates her curiosity, you're painting her day with intrigue and excitement. You're giving her a moment to pause, to think, and to feel something different. This is more than just texting. It's about becoming a man who leaves an impression not through force, but through finesse. Now, let's dive into the second type of message, the emotional message. This one isn't about flashy words or clever lines. It's about striking a chord deep within her emotional core. Here's the brutal truth. Most men ignore that women are emotional creatures by nature. They don't fall for logic or surface-level compliments. They connect with feelings. If you can make her feel, you've already won half the battle. So instead of sending the same generic good morning text she gets from every other guy, try this. "Good morning. I hope your day is full of amazing achievements. By the way, what's your biggest dream right now?" Simple, right? But don't underestimate its power. This message is doing more than just greeting her. It's showing her you see her as a person with hopes, goals, and a story worth knowing. That's rare. Most guys never dig deeper than surface-level chatter, and women notice that. Why is this so effective? First, it's a subtle way to show her that you genuinely care. You're not texting just to stay on her radar. You're creating an opportunity for her to share something personal. When she responds, she's letting you into a part of her world. That's how emotional bonds are built, not through endless compliments or trying to impress her, but by making her feel seen, heard, and valued. Now, let's take this a step further with a Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Think of this message as an investment in connection. By planting a seed of curiosity and empathy, you're not just playing some texting game, you're aligning with timeless wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what truly matters, and in this case, it's about understanding her inner world, not just impressing her with shallow gestures. This approach separates the men from the boys. Most guys waste their energy chasing attention, but you're creating a lasting impression. This isn't about manipulation, it's about being the kind of man she'll want to open up to. And here's the kicker. When she feels safe sharing her dreams with you, you've just unlocked a level of trust most men will never reach. That's the real game changer. Let's dive into the third type of message, the imagination starter. This is where you separate yourself from all the boring, predictable guys out there. Women love a man who can spark curiosity and excitement, someone who knows how to make her think beyond her daily routine. Here's how you do it. Good morning. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you go? This isn't just a casual question. It's an invitation to explore possibilities. Imagine her thinking about a tropical beach, the Eiffel Tower, or even a quiet mountain retreat. While she's dreaming of these places, guess what? You're the one who put that smile on her face. Suddenly, you're not just some guy texting her. You're the man who sparks her imagination and gets her excited about life. So, why does this work? First, it's refreshing. Most guys send boring texts like, "How are you?" or "What's up?" Those go nowhere. But when you ask a question like this, it's different. It's engaging. It shows depth and opens the door to meaningful conversations. You're showing her that you're not like everyone else. You've got something to offer that's more than surface-level chit-chat. Second, this type of message creates an emotional connection. Women thrive on feelings, and when you get her to dream, you're tapping into a deeper part of her mind. She'll associate those good vibes with you, the excitement, the curiosity, that's all tied to your name. Now, let's be brutally honest here. If you're sending bland, lazy texts, she's not going to remember you. Women get hit with good morning messages all the time. If you're not standing out, you're invisible. That's the harsh truth. You need to make her feel something, whether it's curiosity, excitement, or just a spark of interest. When you send a message like this, you're not just saying good morning, you're making an impression. So the next time you pick up your phone, don't just text her for the sake of it. Think bigger. Think about how you can make her day more interesting. With a message like this, you're not just starting a conversation, you're creating a moment that she'll remember. And that's the kind of impact that keeps her coming back for more. Make her dream, and she'll keep thinking about you. Let's dive into the fourth message, the curiosity trigger. If there's one thing that hooks people instantly, it's curiosity. And let's face it, curiosity can be a powerful tool, especially when it comes to grabbing and holding a woman's attention. So, here's how you play this game. Good morning. Something amazing happened last night, and it totally reminded me of you. I'll tell you later. Now stop for a second and imagine her reaction. She's going to pause, reread the message, and wonder, what could it be? What happened? Why does it involve me? That little nugget of mystery is already working its magic in her mind. She's hooked, plain and simple. Why is this so effective? It's simple. Curiosity creates emotional tension. When you plant a question mark in someone's mind, they can't help but try to solve it. And that's the beauty of this message. It's not just a text, it's a mental hook. Even if she's busy with her day, a part of her brain is still circling back to you, trying to figure out what you meant. But here's the real genius of this move. You don't follow up immediately. That's right, you let the anticipation build. You're in control of the narrative. Now she'll likely reach out first, eager to hear what you have to say. And when she does, you flip the dynamic. She's now chasing you, and you've positioned yourself as someone who's intriguing and worth her attention. This isn't just about starting a conversation, it's about creating a presence. You're not some random guy texting her with no thought or purpose. You're the guy who knows how to make her feel something, who knows how to get inside her head in a way that's playful, exciting, and different from the rest. But let's be real for a second. If you're still sending basic, boring texts like, "Good morning, how's it going?" you're setting yourself up for failure. Most guys are playing the game on easy mode with zero strategy, and guess what? Those messages go straight to the trash bin of her mind. If you want to stand out, you've got to make her feel something. Curiosity, excitement, or even a little frustration that she doesn't know what's coming next. This is the kind of message that keeps her invested. It's not about being over the top or trying too hard. It's about being intentional, calculated, and knowing how to plant seeds that grow in her mind throughout the day. Because when you're the guy who keeps her guessing, you're also the guy she can't stop thinking about. And that, my friend, is the game changer. All right, I want to hear from you. Which of these good morning texts do you think would get her attention the most? Drop a comment below and let me know. Or, better yet, tell me how you'd tweak one of these to make it your own. Let's get this conversation going. Now, let's get into the fifth message, the nostalgia spark. If there's one emotional weapon that always hits its mark, it's nostalgia. It's like opening a door to the past and letting the warmth of a shared moment flood back in. Try this. Good morning. I was just thinking about that time we went to the park. It was such a great day. We should definitely do it again soon. Now, why does this work so well? Simple. Nostalgia is emotional dynamite. It's not just a trip down memory lane. It's a way to reignite the feelings she had during that moment. Maybe it was laughter, connection, or even something as simple as the comfort of your presence. By bringing it up, you're reminding her of how good things were when you were together. And here's the kicker. You're not just dragging her into the past. You're subtly planting a vision for the future. The brilliance of this message is that it's low-key but loaded with intent. It's not a generic "hope you're doing well" kind of text. It's personal, it's thoughtful, it shows that you remember the little things. And trust me, women notice that. While most guys are fumbling around with uninspired lines, you're over here wielding nostalgia like a master tactician. But let's take this up a notch. What makes this approach even more powerful is that it taps into her emotional investment in you. You're reminding her of the good times, yes, but you're also subtly reminding her that you were the one who made those good times happen. That's a hard thing to ignore, especially when most people are caught up in the monotony of daily life. Nostalgia breaks through that noise and takes her back to a place where she felt alive, and you were part of that. Here's the brutal truth. Most guys don't have the guts to play the emotional game. They stick to surface-level texts, afraid to dig deeper. But if you want to stand out, if you want to create a connection that sticks, you have to be different. Nostalgia isn't just a feel-good emotion. It's a tool to anchor yourself in her mind. And when you follow it up with a suggestion for the future, you're doing something most guys are too clueless to figure out. You're creating continuity. You're not just a moment in her past. You're painting yourself as part of her future. And in a world where most guys are forgettable, that's how you become unforgettable. Let's break down the sixth message, the subtle compliment. Every woman loves a compliment, but here's the brutal truth. Most guys mess this up. They either go too generic, saying things like, "You're so pretty," or they lay it on too thick, making it sound insincere. You're going to play this differently. Send something like, "Good morning. You know what I love most about you? Your laugh. It's got this rare energy that lights up the entire room." Why does this work so well? It's specific and deeply personal. Compliments like, "You're beautiful," are a dime a dozen and the kind of thing every guy texts. But when you notice something that's uniquely hers, her laugh, her wit, or even the way she talks about her passions, you're doing something rare. You're showing her that you see her, not just the surface-level version of her, but the real, genuine person underneath. That's a compliment she won't forget. Now, let's add another layer to this, the Stoic perspective. In Stoicism, one of the key principles is focusing on virtue and character above all else. When you compliment her laugh, you're not just admiring something superficial. You're valuing the joy and warmth she brings to others. That's a reflection of her character. And it's infinitely more meaningful than praising something fleeting like physical appearance. Think of it this way. You're not just giving her a compliment, you're recognizing her essence, the thing that makes her who she is. And in a world obsessed with shallow validation, this stands out as real and grounded. Here's another hard truth. Most guys are too self-absorbed to notice these details. They're focused on impressing her with flashy words or trying to look cool. But by paying attention to something as simple yet profound as her laugh, you're setting yourself apart. You're showing her that you're not like the rest. You're someone who values depth over appearances, someone who sees value in the small, beautiful moments of life. Exactly the kind of mindset Stoicism champions. And here's the genius part. This type of message builds emotional equity by making her feel valued for something deeper. You're creating a connection that goes beyond casual flattery. She'll think about it, she'll remember it, and most importantly, she'll associate those warm, genuine feelings with you. In a world where most men settle for mediocrity, be the one who plays the game differently. Compliment her in a way that speaks to her soul, not just her ego. And by doing so, you'll not only stand out, you'll make her feel truly seen. A rarity in today's shallow world. That's how you shift the dynamic in your favor. Let's talk about the seventh message. The anticipation builder. Want to know why most guys fail when trying to keep a woman's attention? They give everything away too quickly. They don't build any kind of tension. But you're going to keep her on edge, craving more. Send her something like, "Good morning. I've got a little surprise planned for you, and I can't wait to see your reaction." Can you feel it? That immediate spike in her curiosity? She'll be sitting there wondering, what the hell has he got in store? It's brutal, it's raw, and it works like a charm. You've just sparked her imagination, and now she's hooked. Every time her phone buzzes, she'll be thinking, is this the surprise? That's the power of anticipation. It keeps you in her thoughts all day long. What makes this so effective? You've combined three deadly elements: mystery, excitement, and the promise of something meaningful. She doesn't know exactly what's coming, but you've given her a taste. You've left a trail of breadcrumbs that leads to something bigger. This builds expectation, the same way a movie trailer gets you hyped for the release. She'll feel the pull, and the best part? You hold the power to decide when and how you reveal the surprise. But here's the kicker. You've got to follow through. Don't leave her hanging forever, or you'll lose all the momentum. The anticipation must pay off. If you can deliver on the promise you've built, you'll seal the deal and keep her coming back for more. This isn't just about texting, it's about creating a story, an experience that revolves around you. Now, let's strip this back to the brutal reality. Women crave excitement. They're not drawn to boring, predictable guys who just go through the motions. They want someone who can create moments, someone who can captivate them, keep them guessing, and build excitement. When you master the art of anticipation, you're not just showing you're interesting, you're showing you can bring a sense of unpredictability into her life, something most men can't do. In a world where too many guys are just filler, you're becoming the main event. She'll be anticipating that next surprise, that next moment, and you'll be the one she can't stop thinking about. That's how you build genuine intrigue and keep her coming back for more. Here's a quick question for you. Which of these 7 messages do you think would work best for the woman you're interested in? Drop your answer in the comments. It might help other guys too. Before I wrap up, remember this golden rule. Authenticity is key. These messages aren't just copy-paste. They're about understanding the essence and making them your own. Women can spot insincerity from a mile away. So be real, thoughtful, and true to yourself. Timing matters. Don't overwhelm her with daily messages. Mix them into regular chats and keep some mystery. Balance is key. Stay intriguing, but never leave her unsure of where she stands. The goal is a genuine connection, not manipulation. Treat her with respect and use these messages for meaningful conversations. There's more to learn. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tips on building deeper connections.